have driven inflation to record highs, and nowhere is this more obvious than in housing costs. In fact, after 8 years of Liberal deficits driving up inflation, the average renter now pays over $2,000 a month in rent. Now, to a wealthy prime minister who brags about his vast family fortune, that might not seem like a lot of money. Maybe that's why he signed off on a $7,000 a night hotel stay in London last fall. Why did the prime minister think it was okay to bill taxpayers for a single night's hotel bill what the average renter pays in 3 full months?
Because he's an arrogant asshole, that's why.
The Honourable Minister of Housing.
Mr. Speaker, Canadians have the right to ask themselves, why is it that every time real supports for renters comes to the floor of this House, that the Conservatives vote against it? They voted against the Canada Housing Benefit that is delivering and investing an average of $2,500 to vulnerable renters across the country. They not only voted against the $500 one-time top-up to the Canada Housing Benefit, they played procedural games in this chamber to prevent real help.
Those are a
to
pittance,
Canadian
you
renters.
moron, because they're worthless. That's why,
For
idiot.
Regina Capel.
Mr. Speaker, this scandal stings taxpayers so much because it comes at a time when housing costs are taking more and more out of Canadian paychecks. After 8 years of Liberal deficits, interest rates have risen, meaning homeowners have to pay more to the bank in interest payments just to stay in their own home. In fact, after 8 years of this Liberal government, the average monthly mortgage cost has more than doubled, and the average $600,000 mortgage sees interest costs go from $12,000 a year to over $30,000 a year. So again, does the minister think it was a good idea for the prime minister to bill taxpayers for one night's hotel stay what homeowners pay in 2 full months on their mortgage?
The Honourable Minister.
Speaker, does the honourable member think it was smart to vote against real help for home buyers? The first-time home buyer incentive, $40,000 tax-free savings account for first-time home buyers, doubling the first-time home buyer
On a $1 million
tax
home, who gives a shit? You're an idiot. You sound stupid. I swear, if there were strings hanging from the ceiling and your hands were moving, I'd believe Justin was up top just orchestrating you and moving you like a little puppet master.
You
look like a puppet.
Those supports for Canadian
You
home
sound
buyers
like an idiot.
were smart to vote against? Thank you.
They were a waste of time and worthless to real
It's
people,
always
moron.
smart to vote against inflationary deficits that drive up the cost of living, Mr. Speaker. You know, the Liberals have learned the wrong lesson from this hotel bill scandal. You'd think that after billing taxpayers $6,000 a night for a single room, the lesson learned would be book a cheaper room next time. Instead, the lesson these Liberals have learned is cover it up better. Emails between the PM staff revealed government officials scheming to cover up the scandal. One even suggested bearing these costs in next year's public accounts. And the word finally came down from the minister herself to simply stop answering questions altogether.
Minister
All this at a
Freeland.
time when Canadians are paying more just to stay in their own
Deputy
home.
Prime
Why is
Minister
treating taxpayers'
Freeland.
money with respect nevertheless?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
Mr. Speaker, last fall, Canadians mourned the death of a monarch of 70 years.
What's that got to
We
do
had
with
a
Justin
delegation
spending
led
my
by our
money?
Governor General and our Prime Minister that was appropriate and was important for Canadians. It was absolutely essential that we attend that. And while
Attend it. You didn't need to spend $6,000 a night on hotels, you idiot.
We're focusing on their cost of living. We're focusing on their cost of housing. We're focused on their cost of childcare, and we will
They
continue to be
focused on their
focusing
arrogance to
Canadians
think they
when we
need to
focus
stay in a
on
fucking
us.
$6,000 a night hotel room, you asshole. Thanks to True North Media. I appreciate you letting me use this piece here because anything to do with Justin Trudeau infuriates me. And ridiculous shit like that, I think people should know.
8 years of Liberal waste and corruption have driven
8
inflation
years.
to record highs,
8
and nowhere is
years,
this more
folks.
obvious